5 EU member states have banded together to call for the bloc's fishermen to be protected under a trade deal with the UK, as Michel Barnier and David Frost meet in London for talks. Ireland, France, Belgium, Denmark and the Netherlands will remain united in their position that coastal communities across the continent must be protected under any post-Brexit free trade deal. Boats from the 5 nations have benefited massively from fishing in Britain's rich waters, and as trade talks enter the final phase, leaders are wary of losing access. Ireland's Marine Minister Charlie McConalogue touched on the contentious issue of fishing rights as he addressed the Brexit Stakeholder Consultative Committee. He noted his recent bilateral meetings with fisheries ministers from the other 4 nations at this week's Agriculture and Fisheries Council in Luxembourg. He said it is vital that the 5 countries support each other in their tough fishing stance. Mr. McConalogue said, "As we reach a critical point in the negotiations, I highlighted that, now more than ever, it is vital that member states continue to remain united in order to protect the EU's fishing industry and coastal communities. Unity, cooperation and solidarity between member states are vital at this critical juncture," as Lord Frost and Mr. Barnier got to work on thrashing out a deal this morning. Ireland's foreign minister said he believed Britain and Brussels could reach an agreement with the resumption of discussions. However, Simon Coveney added the issues of fair competition and fisheries hampering an accord were still very much there. He added, "When we got a deal done this time last year, a lot of people were predicting that there would be a no-deal Brexit. We're seeing history repeat itself now. I think a deal can be done. I've said that for quite some time. What we have now, after all sorts of politics being played, is a process that is back on track." Despite being optimistic about a deal, he admitted that both sides remained miles apart on fishing. The chief Brexit negotiators will tackle the thorny issue during their talks today after Mr. Barnier said both sides would need to compromise for a deal to be reached. Fishing rights remains the main bone of contention after some progress on competition guarantees, including state aid rules, were made in previous talks. Boris Johnson has insisted on taking back control over British waters while the EU wants continued access to the fishing waters. Asked if there would be a deal, Junior Finance Minister Stephen Barclay said, "I hope so," he added, "but that deal needs to reflect that fact that we're leaving the EU. We will regain control of our fisheries." At a briefing with diplomats in Brussels on Wednesday, Mr. Barnier said he was only worried about fish. One person who participated in the closed-door meeting said the diplomat said, "Fish is now the thing to tackle. The other elements seem doable, more or less."